I assume you want more plumbing calls coming into your business as soon as tomorrow. Well, I'm going to show you the exact Google Ads setup that's going to put your business first when homeowners are ready to pay with no guesswork and no wasted clicks. Stick around until the end because I'm going to reveal Google Ad tricks that most marketing companies don't know about, and it can double your calls when done correctly. Alright guys, so jumping into this, I'm going to be showing you some stuff that some people don't show you, actually how to set up yourself to create a successful campaign from the beginning. And I am going to go fast in this video, not going to go super deep into all the explanations. I'll give you a quick reason why, but I'm actually going to be making an in-depth masterclass of this. So this is how I would set up Google Ads if I had under an hour. This is going to be a call only campaign, but ideally, you'd like to do a search campaign if you have a budget of anywhere of around $3,000 to $5,000 or more. Then you're going to want to use a search campaign to get the volume and the traffic you want. But if you have a really small budget, really small company doing Google Ads for the first time, whether you're an agency and or a plumbing company owner or secretary or whatever you may be, I would use this call only campaign I'm going to be going over today and just show you guys. So this is just a fictitious account I have. It's not an active account or anything, but I've actually got a second tab open here with the exact same thing. So I can actually use the goals and tools when I'm creating my campaign. So just of a helpful tip there. Okay, first things first, guys. The first thing I would do is actually go into here to goals and let's set up our conversion action. I believe we have one in here already, but if you have a new account and or haven't done this before, we do have a conversion action. And what I'll actually do is I'll just remove that. That way I can walk you guys through it step by step and show you exactly how to do it. And I'm gonna leave a few good tips in here. So let's hit new conversion action. We're gonna be setting it up for the call only campaign, so it's super easy. We'll just be tracking the calls from ads. So save and continue. We'll do phone call leads, add a conversion action, call from ads, super easy. Now if you're doing calls from a website and or a landing page or something, it gets a little bit more complex, but that'll be in the masterclass. So we'll just do calls from ads, save and continue, and we'll set this up. And bam, finish. It's that easy, but you have to have it before. And so you can actually go in here and change it, edit it, make sure. So what you'll do, just come in here, calls from ads, and then bam, you've got this. So you can come in here, you can change this to whatever name, you can change the value. I would actually come in here and I don't like to use a dollar amount per conversion. I just like to use this. So hit save, source, call from ads, easy, count as one conversion. Very easy. Make sure it's not on every. You can do 60 seconds, you can do 30 seconds. We generally do 20 seconds just so that way we can count all the calls that are spam or not spam calls. Click through window, you can change this to whatever you want. You can set it to 1 week, you can set it to 30 days. I just leave it at 30 days. Attribute, easy enough. All right, so now that we've got our conversion set up, that was simple, super easy. Let's come in here, let's create the campaign, let's get into it. So new campaign, jump in here. Now, if I was doing this for a client and or I had a larger budget, I would want to have search ads and call ads for one ad group. But in your guys' case, you're just going to want to have call ads for your ad groups. And by the way, if you're doing a full campaign, you're going to want to have anywhere from 8 to 15 different ad groups, but you guys will have to build that out once you actually create the campaign, which is just what I'm going to show you guys today is just a campaign. So I would do no goal guidance if you're doing a search campaign, but today we're just going to be doing leads to call only. Continue, and we'll do add goal, phone call leads. Here's our conversion action we created earlier, which is why we needed to create it before. It won't let us go without anything. So we'll just hit continue. You'll want to do search only, and we'll want to do phone calls. What a lot of people don't tell you is when you put in your phone number here, you need to make sure it exactly matches the example. So we're actually just going to be using the example number, but you can copy and paste this if you want, but you need to make sure, and here's a great example. If I didn't have this parenthesis, then it wouldn't work. I need to have the exact same spacing. I need to have the exact same quotations as this phone number in order for it to work. So make sure that the example and your phone number that you put in here match up perfectly. So we'll just hit continue. And then this is another thing that's super important to the Google Ads is when you guys are creating this campaign and when you guys are doing this, what a lot of people don't tell you is the names of the campaign, the ad group, the ad itself, everything that was within Google is important. So naming this and making it congruent It's super important. So we're just going to be doing some keywords in here. We'll do plumbing calls. You can name it whatever you want, but make sure that it's named and make sure that it's something relating to your business. So we've got a phone call campaign. We're doing calls, and obviously it's for plumbing here, Pirates Plumbing. Just hit start new. Those are my other campaigns I was messing around with. And then this is super easy, something they don't tell you. I can go into the long version, but I'm going to do the short version. Start with max clicks unless you have a lot of data in your account and or are a professional. I would not start with max conversions for the simple fact that it's generally going to have you pay a ton of money for a higher quality click, but generally you're going to get around the same conversions when doing a call only campaign. So you want to start with max clicks and set a price on the clicks, so a minimum bid on each click, and you want to have it roughly be the middle ground or the average, which I'll show you how to do. But if you were to do a max conversion, sometimes you'll pay almost double or triple for a click of the same variety just because they know this customer is calling around. And so sometimes the lead can be good, sometimes the lead can be bad, but you want to do max clicks until you have enough data in your account and you know what it costs to get a conversion, and then you can tell Google, hey, I want conversions at this price, make it happen. But you have to have the data in your account first. So what I would do is set it to max clicks, and let's actually just go in here and we'll want to go to tools, and I'm going to show you guys how to get the price for what you're going to want to pay for your click, what you're going to put in for your bid limit. So let's just do discover new keyword. Make sure it's not the United States. Clicks vary drastically. So in my case, we're going to be in Kansas City, and I want to do the state in City, Missouri. So get specific, do your region. Let's do this, and let's just see what plumber near me costs. It's going to be the most expensive keyword, and we'll go ahead and get result. But you should probably type in 4 to 5 examples of different keywords. We'll do the average monthly searches. I want the most search keywords right here. So emergency plumber, water heater repair. What are these clicks costing? So we've got 10, 34, 60, 80. Generally, clicks here are, as you guys can see, anywhere from 15 to about 65, maybe $85. And so it really, that's a big gap here, but I would go anywhere. I'd be comfortable paying 30, 35 or 40 bucks. Those are realistically going to get you pretty close, but you want to get in the middle of these. You don't want to be paying for these super expensive clicks, but you want to be getting enough to spend your budget, enough to get the data in your account, because that's what you have to do to be successful with Google Ads. And so what I would do, I'm just going to put it at 35 for now. I like to put it, you can definitely do 30 or 40. I like to keep it a little bit lower. So we'll just hit next. Super important, guys, make sure you turn these off. These are terrible. It's going to waste your budget. It's going to get you terrible traffic. I know it wants you to use the search partners, but never ever use them. I haven't found an instant yet where they're valuable. Granted, I do all service businesses, primarily plumbing, but I haven't seen it be valuable yet. And then here, you're going to want to put in your location. So we'll go ahead and do a location. We'll do advanced search. I generally like to do a radius. We'll do Kansas City, Missouri. We'll do 20 miles. You can do 30, 40, whatever you want. Let's hit save. And this is super important. So you don't want to have people in or who have shown interest in location, because then you're going to get somebody who visited Kansas City, who lives in Omaha, who's now searching for a plumber. You don't want that. You want people in or regularly in your included location. That's going to get you traffic. It's going to keep people that are only in your area to see your ads. Super important here that you have that. Especially if you're buying traffic from Google, you want to buy the smallest portion of traffic. You can always open it up later, but this is generally something that you'll never want to change. No, we don't have a political ad. You can do your audience segment. So this is super great. I usually do targeting. I usually do homeowners. It's already in here. I try to do 3 to 4 different categories. That is helpful, but you can do observation. That's fine. I like to do targeting. I like to make sure it's homeowners, but granted, you're going to get rid of a lot of renters and or people doing mobile homes, stuff like that. You get the point. And then the only thing that's really important in more settings is the ad schedule. So make sure that you're going to run these ads when you're going to answer the phone. You're going to get more and cheaper leads the more time you do it. So keep that in mind. I'm just going to leave mine as 24 hours. That's what I would recommend, especially while you're getting data in your account. It's super important to get more cheaper, easier leads, but you can just change that to your business hours or any hours that you'll answer the phone. That's the most important thing. So we'll hit next. AI will be great and we'll probably run these ads in the future, but it's not doing it effectively now. So skip this. You don't want AI in your campaigns at this moment. Here is where you can use ChatGPT, use the tools, and get creative with it. So I'm going to show you guys how I would actually set this up. So when I'm entering in my keywords, I like to do my keyword research after I create the campaign. So what I usually do is I know plumber near me is going to be a keyword, and these parentheses I've created here are actually phrase match brackets. And so it's super easy to do. You can just hit plumber near me. I use the keyword tool. Shout out Rob from ClickSkeek, but I just copy and paste the keyword right here. What's another one? So you want to have your ad groups be, or any keywords that you put in the same ad group, be very similar. So if I was doing hot water heaters and a plumber near me group, I'd want to have this ad group be all keywords about plumber near me. Again, you get that congruency with Google I was talking about. But I would also have an additional ad group for the hot water heater repair replacement. That way, when I create ads, it's showing up specifically for their searches. So we're just going to do plumber near me. We're going to do phrase and exact match, copy all, and then I'll add more keywords into this after I've created the campaign. But it's super easy. Same place we were at, the keyword tool planner. Do it by search volume, and then make sure you guys are doing the high intent keywords. So plumbers close to me is going to be great. Near me, plumber. You guys get the point. These are the most searched, most high intent keywords. But water heater repair, you'd want to make another ad for. So then you've got your call ad. This is pretty easy, guys. Here's our phone number, should be pasted in for you. What I would do is you've got your verification URL and you've got your final URL. I would take your verification URL, so in our case it's going to be piratesplumbing.com. Enter in your website, your landing page, whatever you got here. If you've got a landing page for this specific ad group, type it in here. But I would not put in the final URL. You're going to pay for clicks rather than pay for when people are hitting the call you button. So it generally just gets better and cheaper traffic. And then if you are doing a specific ad group, you'd want to fill this out. So you've got piratesplumbing.com. Let's say you didn't create landing pages and you just had piratesplumbing, your website.com. You would just want to put in water heaters to give you that little extra added bonus. So that is important, but this is a general group. So we would we can do plumber, we could do same day plumber, depending on what our keywords are. We could just do plumber, and then near me is going to be pretty good. Headline. So this is where I was saying, guys, let's open up ChatGPT. Super easy here. You can say I'm going to write a prompt and I'll be right back. Okay. And so we've got a prompt. I'm doing call campaigns in Google Ads for plumber near me ad group, and I want help writing headlines under 30 characters. And then here's the important part. In your prompt, do I include benefits and reasons to call, act now? So these are some of the examples. I would want to use the keywords they're searching in the ad group. So plumbers near you now is a fine headline. You guys will experiment, create more call ads in the same ad group, and you guys, Google will just pick the best ones for you. So you want to create multiple ones. And so what I also like to do is add now, be funny with it. So we've got benefits. So now let's be funny. Let's have our ads stand out. Give them a reason to pick us. Give our advertisement personality. So you're throwing weights, that's pretty funny. We fix ugly leaks. Let's see here. We've got urgent. Don't let it leak you out. Your pipe's called. It's funny. Save your toilets. So if we were doing a toilet ad group, this one would be great. But in our case, let's get something general. So I'd want to do something not about drips, because they could not have a drip issue. So flushes happen, clogs run clogged. Those are great for specific keywords and specific ad groups, but let's keep it general. So for this, I've just gone hero vibes, and what I would do is just plumber heroes here. And so it's very easy that it's for plumbing. It's very insinuating that we're the heroes and we're here to help. So then we've just got Pirates Plumbing. Make sure you guys fill all this out, and then we'll go back over to ChatGPT and we'll fill out another prompt. Okay, so for the descriptions, come back into ChatGPT, same prompt, it's fine. Just tell it now now we're doing descriptions. I want keywords and locations. So I gave it the location here, Kansas City Metro. And also I want to include under 90 characters. I didn't spell characters right, but we'll continue on here. And as you guys can see, does some great stuff. Kansas City Emergency Plumbing, Kansas City Metro Plumbers on calls, leaks, water heater repairs, everything. We'll probably do something like that. In line 2, 60 characters. All right, so I want these to be a little bit longer, so we're gonna have it make them 90 characters. And we've got plumbing repairs, that's general, that's good. Fast Kansas City Metro, it's got all the keywords we want in there. it is long enough. Kansas City Plumbing Rescue, this one's pretty good. And we'll go ahead and rock with these and continue on. We'll just want to make sure that this says the calls from ads, so we'll use account settings, and it's got our everything is ready to go. So we'll hit done, hit next, and so you guys can see I've got the keywords. Make sure that the call ad here, you can create multiple ads. So I would create anywhere from 2 to 4 ads. 3 is generally the best, and give it 3 different headlines, 3 different descriptions, get some variety. It's not super hard to do this now with ChatGPT, so put it in a little elbow grease, get some successful ads. We'll go ahead and hit next. Set your budget, whatever your budget is. So I would just do, generally a good budget for this is $50 to $100 a day. So we'll do $100 and go ahead and hit submit. Looks like it wants me to check that it's not a political ad. So go ahead and hit next. We've got our keywords and there we go. So I just didn't fill out that ad, which is why it wasn't working, but we'll go ahead and hit publish campaign. And then we've got our campaign. Now, before I let you guys go and before I let you guys attack this, you've set it up, you've done the bare minimum. Let's talk about what you need to have once you get in here. So once you do create this, there are so many different settings, but I want to show you guys the important ones and where a lot of people waste money. So if we go to Insight and Reports, let's go ahead and go to when and where our ads are showing up, and go ahead and get rid of tablets and computers, especially if you have a small budget. You need to have people who have their phone in their hand and are more likely to call. So I would just come over to here to computers and decrease the budget that you're willing to spend by 100% on computers and definitely 100% on tablets. Terrible traffic on tablets. But if you've got a bigger budget, you could keep computers. If you're doing search ads specifically, it's better. But if you're doing mobile phones, you're going to get the best traffic. And if you're doing call ads and you're a beginner, do mobile phones only. And then another thing I do want to show you guys is we've got our keywords, so we can add our keywords in here. So we've got our keywords here, but we've also got negative keywords. Have ChatGPT help you make a list of negative keywords. So anyone searching for plumbing school, other plumbing companies in your area, you guys get the point. You need to have several hundred negative keywords, especially if you're going to be doing phrase match. If you're not willing to do the negative keyword research, I would do exact match, but negative keywords are always going to be something that you need to have in here. So if you're ready to start getting more plumbing calls as soon as tomorrow, use these steps today, watch the leads roll in, and hit the like button if this helped. Drop any questions in the comments, and if you want my team to set up your Google ads, click the link in the description. We're always happy to help. As always, thank you guys for all the support, and we'll see you guys in the next one.